Well, hello from Alderman Farms. I'm Patty, and today I'm going to be planting Brussels sprouts, kale, broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage. And I've already got my planting holes dug. I'm going to kind of squeeze a few kale in over there. That's kind of close. My kale I'm planting about a foot apart. This is a 4-foot by 12-foot box, and this is where I'm going to be planting my Brussels sprouts. Now what I have done, I've dug my planting holes, and what I'm going to do, I always give them a good scoop, a good scoop of manure. We have goats, and I use the manure from our barn, and so I just get a little shovelful and I fill up my planting hole. If you kind of squeeze the containers around the edges, these are kind of wet, so they're not going to come out very good. And I just pick up my Brussels sprout like that. What I normally do is I dig all of my holes, then I fill all my holes with the manure. And then I take my watering can and I fill up each hole with water. Now I won't do both boxes this way. I'll get this box done with the water, and then I'll go and do my other box. I don't like it to sit too long, and then you just take your plant. You see I have some roots exposed right here, so I want to make sure I'm going to bury it about up to these first leaves right there. And I just kind of scoot it down in there, and I hold my leaves up, try not to get soil on them. And see my little first leaves have actually kind of under the dirt, and that's okay, just not these main leaves. All right, we're going to do the kale the same way. I've already got my manure in the holes, and I've got my water in the holes. And so I'm going to get my plant in here and just bring the dirt nice and gently around your plant. You can pat it down a little bit to kind of give it a firm placement in the hole. I also want to tell you too, I don't fertilize my whole bed. I just put my scoop of manure in the hole. I can come back and fertilize with some compost tea later, but I don't want to fertilize for grass to grow. So that's why I only fertilize in the planting hole. All right, this is my finished box. There is my Brussels sprouts. I have 6 of those. And then I have 12 curly leaf kale. And that is a pimento pepper. And this is a bird pepper that I have in the box. And then in the corner right there is some thyme. We're going to plant the cabbage, cauliflower, and broccoli the same way. This is actually the broccoli, and it's kind of spindly, so I'm going to plant it a little bit deeper. I've got my manure and my water in my hole, so I'm going to just pat it down like that. Another thing I wanted to add is that I'm doing this in the late evening. It's a little after 7 o'clock because it stresses the plants a lot more if you plant them in the heat of the day. So you want to kind of plant them in the evening. You don't have to do it at 7 o'clock at night, but you know, you want to do it when the sun is starting to go down. All right, this is one more box that I have completed. I have 6 cabbage, 6 cauliflower, and 6 broccoli. Well, and I said it's completed. It's really not. You see that I have an open space here. I think I'm going to plant my dill right there. And if you notice, like in this row, I have a skip right here and right here. I may come through and put my lettuce there because my lettuce will be up and finished probably by the time my broccoli and cauliflower get ready to go. So anyway, that was a pretty simple box to get done. I guess I failed to say that this is September. These are plants that you plant for the cool weather. You can plant them in the fall. Down south you can anyway. Up north you may not be able to plant stuff like this in September. But you can check your planting zone. We're in 8B. Also, this is an early spring crop too. My kale will actually last me all winter unless we have some extreme temperatures, but that's one reason I put them in a box, because I can cover them. But typically my kale will last, and I will have kale through probably about June of next year from this one planting of kale. So I really enjoy doing it like this because I have fall kale and then I'll have spring kale also. I was going to tell you something else too, and I forgot what it was. Oh, I was going to tell you this too. Yes, we're in September, and I was so hot. I don't know if you can see, my glasses are sliding down. They're fogging up. I've got sweat dripping off of me. And so I checked the temperature, and it's 78 degrees, and I thought, could that be right? What's the feels like, you know? So I looked at the feel like, and the feel like is 78 degrees, and I'm like, I'm sweating like crazy. I looked at what the humidity is. The humidity is 88% here in South Mississippi or Central Mississippi. So anyway, that's why I am sweating so much, because it's so humid. So I'm looking forward to some cooler temperatures coming at the end of September. Anyway, I hope y'all are planting something for winter if you can. There's a lot of things that you could actually start now in pots and bring them inside, or plant in a greenhouse. Down south, we do get to grow almost year round, which I enjoy getting to have fresh food so often. Year round like that. So it's really a blessing. But I know up north sometimes you have to do things a little bit different. So let me know what you've got growing down in the comments. Thanks for watching.